Hi everybody, and welcome to another quick stitch video tutorial with Burnley and Trowbridge. I'm Melissa, and today we're going to be doing an open worked buttonhole stitch. You'll find this type of buttonhole on wristbands, collars, waistcoats, as well as men's breeches. So let's get started. When you're getting ready to make your buttonholes in whatever garment you're stitching, you need to figure out how big they are according to the buttons or the sleeve buttons that you're using. And today I'm going to be using a pair of nice sleeve buttons that are reproductions. So we're going to place our sleeve button. I have chosen to make my buttonhole the shorter measurement because these are oval shaped sleeve buttons. So I'm going to make my buttonhole the shorter length, and you can mark it with a pencil or chalk so that they are just outside of the edges of your button. And then you can draw the line between those 2 points, or you can just eyeball it. Depends what you're comfortable with. And then you want to use a chisel to open it. You can buy modern button chisels. You can buy reproduction button chisels, which is what I have, so that I can use them if I am out in costume doing something. Or you can buy woodworking chisels, which are the cheapest alternative and work just great. So you want to use your chisel and use it on a self-healing mat, or the crosscut piece of wood. So we just take our chisel, and if your chisel is sharp enough, you should just need to push down on it. So now you have this nice straight slit, which we are going to turn into a buttonhole. You'll want to have a piece of heavier linen thread. We're using our 50/3 white linen as our cord that helps to stabilize and keep the buttonhole from getting pulled out of shape as you use it. So you just need a piece that's long enough for you to hang on to and to go all the way around your buttonhole. You want to use a needle and just take a small stitch at the outside end, at one end of your buttonhole. Lay the needle beside the length of the buttonhole and come up at the opposite end of the buttonhole, and then do the same coming back. Once you have your stabilizing threads in, you'll take your linen sewing thread, which you have waxed, and anchor it on the end of your buttonhole. So once you've anchored your thread, you want to make a loop with where your thread is anchored being towards your hand, towards your working hand, and take the needle through the slit for your buttonhole, bring it up just outside of your reinforcement thread, but still inside the loop of your sewing thread. And you'll pull that up, keeping everybody else out of the way, snug. This particular method is the one that you most frequently see in videos and in sewing books to teach you how to do a buttonhole stitch. You end up with a little bit of a knot or a purl on the inside edge, which helps to strengthen your thread at that area, and it doesn't wear as fast. Now, as you may have noticed from watching me stitch just now, I struggle with that particular method of making a buttonhole stitch. But for whatever reason, that is not the way I learned to do a buttonhole stitch. The way I learned is a little bit different, but the end result is exactly the same. And the path of your thread is also exactly the same. I just, instead of making a loop with the thread before I put my needle through, I put my needle through the fabric and then I wrap the thread around the needle. So we'll show you how to do that, and you can do whatever is most comfortable for you. Bring it up just outside of the reinforcement thread, and I take the thread that is coming out of the eye of the needle, wrap it from knee forward around the needle, and pull it up to make my buttonhole stitch. It is the exact same thread path and the exact same end result as the other method of doing a buttonhole. But for me, for whatever reason, this is how I learned to do a buttonhole, and it is much quicker and easier for me to do it that way. You want your buttonhole stitches to be fairly close together, evenly spaced, and try to make them all about the same length. And then you will end up with a lovely buttonhole. So now you've sewn your first buttonhole. Don't worry if it's not very pretty. It takes a lot of practice to make really nice buttonholes. So keep working at it, keep rewatching the video, and it will help you to improve. We hope that you've enjoyed spending a few minutes with us today learning how to do buttonholes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the video here, as well as tagging us with your beautiful buttonholes on Facebook and Instagram. So until next time, just keep stitching.